Good morning and welcome back to the vlog. Today we'll be spending most of the day here at Wading Pines Camping Resort, which is a campground my wife and I manage. So it's almost Halloween and I thought I'd show you what we've been working on here at the campground for the last week. Here at Wading Pines, we do 3 weekends in October celebrating Halloween. And we have all kind of fun and festivities. We get the park all set up. And I've never been here during it, but I hear it's a lot of fun. Now, if you're wanting to come to the park and enjoy some of the Halloween festivities, I think we still have a few sites available, but we're pretty much booked up because we've got Halloween and Cranberry Fest here. So there's a lot going on. So we're going to go around and look at some of the Halloween decorations, and our videos, or my videos for the next foreseeable future, are going to be a lot of walking videos. I looked in the mirror yesterday and I've gotten chunky again, so we're going to try to get our 10,000 steps in every day. We're going to start tracking our food, and we're going to quit stress eating. We've got, 6 more weeks the campground closes, 2 weeks of closing it down, and then we're on the road to Georgia. So I hope y'all join us for that trip. On the way to our first set of decorations, I thought I'd show you that we have gotten the pool completely shut down. All the tables are stacked. I think the only thing I'm gonna do is turn the tables up on a 45 so the snow does not sit on them all season. All the chairs are covered. The pool is covered. The pumps are blown out and we are good to go. The only thing we have to do is to move the vacuum pump into a heated space. Today is Tuesday, and Tuesday's our normal day to leave the park, but we have so many meetings with corporate office today because we're in the middle of doing seasonal renewals. We're in the middle of scheduling the closing down and all that type of stuff, that we're going to be busy in the park all day. So we'll have to figure out another day to leave the park. So the first area that has been set up is the graveyard, which we have behind the craft shack. So as you can see, we've still got quite a few boxes of stuff, but this is the graveyard. And I'll walk you down into it to get a better look, but this is from the road. Now we're headed down into the graveyard. They've built a walking path. They're doing all the lights down here now. I mean, this is big time down here. And sorry about the sun coming through, but you know, it's the time of day. We have all these tombstones. Is Jason here? That's always a good question. I'm up for anything but a clown. Put in the comments, I do not like clowns. And then here's all the stuff we still have to put out just in this area. So not only is the campground involved in the decorating, but all of the sites, or most of the sites, get involved. Take a look at this. Here's one of the sites. And some people spend a ton of money. This next site, even, they rent an extra site, I think just for their displays. Take a look at this. I can't even imagine how much all these figures and decorations cost. It is absolutely crazy. And then they won't mind if I go on their site. If you look in front of their camper, they're really into skulls. And this site, another creepy clown. They've got the circus banner out. I don't know. Put in the comments again. It's like, am I the only one that has this thing with clowns? I don't like them. And looks like they lost at shuffleboard this past week. They got the low score placard. That's always fun, trying to reprove yourself. We do that for shuffleboard and for horseshoes. So if you come here and become a seasonal and you start playing the weekend games, you may have to hang a placard on your site to let everybody know. This site doesn't have it all blown up, but you can see around the fire, they've got more skeletons, pumpkins, skeleton under their gazebo thing there. They've got another little graveyard. As far as the campground goes, we've only really got that one section done, and that's taken about a week. We still have probably that times 2 to put out, but I think the rest of it will go a little faster. We have the pool girl, Jen, or pool lady. She also does all the decorating, and she does a great job. I wouldn't want to do it, but tell me what you think. Do you like the decorations, or are you anti-Halloween? Now I better get to the office. We got some paperwork to do. I also want to show you sometime this afternoon. We've been installing new grills at the cabins. I bought 13 new pedestal grills. We'll go down and take a look at those, and I'll see you down at the office. And people do regular decorating too. I think that's pretty. Welcome to Camp Quit Your Bitchin', certified happy camper area. We've also moved all of the flowers from around the pool to the entrance, and I think it really dresses it up and makes it look nicer. Hopefully next year I can get some more of these pots and we can do this all year long. Flowers are still looking good. So Cindy and the girls have been modifying the store some. I'll show you what they've done. They've got hats on display now as you go back into the back room. Came up with a great idea of moving the Jersey Devil shirts down. Another hat display. And then she changed this boating area into a bag and hat display area. Just bought all these hat holders. I think it's a lot better than having the hats just on the round tops. So come by the store and get you a hat and tell Cindy that you like the changes they've made. We've also got new sweatpants that say Waiting Pines on them, and they have pockets. Cindy has really done a good job of transforming the store. There's Cindy. Miss Bernadette doesn't like to be on the camera, so she's behind the computer. You can just see her hand and her heads. But I'm being respectful and not showing her face, and nobody wants to see that anyway.
Wow. Wow.
All right, so I've got to run down to Tuckerton and go to Walmart because we're getting late in the season. I got a list of stuff I need for prepared foods. Normally we get that from Cisco. Cisco has just upped their requirements to 21 cases of food. We don't have enough season left to order 21 cases of food. So what I do is I'll go down to Walmart or Acme or something, and I'll make it just a weekly trip to buy hot dogs or sausages or whatever, and we'll do that. But before we go, there's two things I want to check. Number one, I want to see how the new grill is coming. They've got one finished and inserted at a cabin, so I want to go look at that. And also, it was reported to me that somebody tore down the warning sign on Godfrey Bridge. Now that sign is a New Jersey state parks sign, but it has dire implications to our guest as far as warnings for the river and stuff. So I instructed my guys to try to locate the sign in the river and to rehang it. So let's take a look at the grill, and then we will go and check on the sign, and then we'll go down to Walmart, Tuckerton. So we have 16 cabins here at the park. I requested money from corporate office to replace the grills. I'm gonna show you one of the old grills. They're in pretty bad shape. They gave me enough money to replace 13 of them, so I'll show you the new grill too. So here's the old grill. As you can see, we've had to weld sides onto it to secure it from where it is rusted out. They're pretty rusty. You can see the bottoms are about gone. That one is just about toast, as you can see right there. So that's what the grills. This one we found after this weekend completely rusted out. So we got new poles, a new grill. We're right here at cabin 24. You can see brand new, fresh grills, fresh poles. So we got 13 new grills. They are adjustable for heights and whatnot. I think they're going to be nice, and I'm excited about that. Anything we can do to improve the park, if we can do just a little bit every week to make the park better, I think we're winning. So that's what we're trying to do. Let's go check this sign out over on Godfrey Bridge in the state park, and we'll see if we were able to locate it and put it up. I tried to call Bobby on the radio, not answering, so he must be busier in the shop. All right, we'll go out of the park, and then we'll go to the left. That's Godfrey Bridge Road, and that'll take us out to the bridge. That's the bridge just ahead. I am not seeing the sign, so maybe they weren't able to find it. I'm gonna park on the other side of the bridge, and then we will walk back across and see if we can locate the sign. Let's see, here's parking area. Right here is the day use area here at the Godfrey Bridge Campground. We'll walk back over to the bridge. See, if this bridge was in the park, I would have my guys clean that sign. It just drives me crazy. Oh, they did find the sign, and it is back up. So this is the Godfrey Bridge swimming hole right down here. On the weekends, this is full of people, and it's very shallow. And it's my understanding last year somebody jumped off the bridge and broke their neck. It was either last year or the year before. But there is the sign that was down. I'm glad to see my guys put it back up. No diving, no jumping from bridge. Death, paralysis, serious injury will occur. Shallow water and underwater stumps. So we encourage you to come to the park and swim here at the Godfrey Bridge swimming hole. But we ask you, please do not jump off the bridge. I'm glad my guys were able to take care of that. If we had to wait on the state park police or the state park to come out and do it. Probably take several weeks. So we'll walk back over to the Jeep and we will ride up to Tuckerton and do our shopping at Walmart. Seems like every trip we take, we just go through miles and miles of trees. So it's about a 20-minute drive up to Tuckerton through the Pine Barrens, and I never get tired of looking at all the trees. Just about everywhere you go ends up being a really pretty ride. All right, so we made it to Walmart. Let's get inside and get what we need and get back to the campground. All right, so far I've found potato rolls, hot dog, and hamburgers to sell in the store. I've got sausage, fully cooked sausage to sell as breakfast sandwiches, and then the bagels we will sell as the breakfast sandwiches. Now I've got to find hot dogs and tiny creamers. So we picked up 3 of the ballpark hot dogs. Now we've got to find those little creamer cups. The French vanilla. We will get the great value because these will be given out for our coffee in the morning. When people buy coffee, we normally buy Coffee Mate, but those we get from Cisco. We got a buggy full of stuff. Now we have to go pay the lady. Don't know if you're like me. Always check the Coinstar. 34 cents. Y'all saw what little bit of stuff I got. $77. Now we're headed back to the campground. We'll put the stuff on the shelves or in the freezer. See what else the day has to hold. All right. Let's get a bag out of the Jeep and we'll load this stuff up. Freezer bag and a bread bag. All right, got a bag of prepared foods, a bag of cold stuff, and a bag of bread. All right, we are back at the campground. Now we got to take all this stuff inside. So Cindy hadn't seen the grills at the cabins yet. So we're gonna go down there and try to figure out which ones all need to be done before this weekend so that we have nice grills for everybody to use.
Well, I thought the guys said that they picked out the 3 or 4 worst
Yeah.
and put the poles in or whatever. Did they cement the poles in?
I asked them to, and I asked if they needed more cement, and they said no, they had plenty.
Okay.
So I guess they have started working on them already. Here's the old one. You can see it's completely roached, rusted out, leaning all over. They put the new pole in the ground, got it drying. What do you think of the new? Let's go. I'll take you over to 24 and show you the new grill.
So the 24's been completely redone?
Yep.
Oh, okay. What do they need the yellow truck?
Because it's going to be a lot more efficient to wrap a chain around these old poles
To pull them out?
and just to yank them out of the ground with the concrete on them. than to dig them out and fight them. So far, that's the only one that I see they've put a pole in on. But look, the whole back of this one is completely rusted out.
Oh, wow.
And they've put a plate on the inside. So they need it bad. No pole over there. It looks like to me they finished 24 and they put a pole on 10, and that is it. And a pole on 25.
So 24 is completely done.
Yep.
The pole is on 25.
Yep, so they put a pole there. This one you can see where they've got metal plates welded to it. There's the new pole for the new grill. They pulled up this grill and replaced it. They're a little bit smaller, but you know, things aren't made like they used to be. These are Amazon specials.
I don't know how long this will last.
I don't know. At least we'll know when they were put in.
True.
There's the potato rolls we bought at Walmart. So the activities director got the photo booth set up for our fall festival. I think that looks pretty cute. Right here at the seasonal lounge, a little place for not Santa Claus, but Mr. Pumpkin or whoever to sit up. And then I just noticed that our decorations lady is out here. We bought a new fog machine and she has the fog rolling in. She put new spider webs out. Now we're walking into the fog. Pretty cool. All right, it's time to take Mr. Chance on his afternoon or evening walk. Chance, you ready? Hey, buddy. So we're excited about next month with all the Halloween festivities. I think the decorations are coming up well, and I know that they're going to start working on the decorations at the rec hall, which is a witch's coven or something. I don't even know what that will be. Maybe I'll show y'all that next week. So if you're at the campground, site 202 has 4 free chairs. They're out by the curb. Get them while they're hot. So I don't know if I've shown y'all what the finished playground looks like with the fencing. The only thing we've got left to do is to add timers to the jumping pillow electrical system. But we put up all this fencing all the way around the jumping pillow. I think it adds a nice touch, keeps the golf carts pretty much off of the playground, keeps the kids safe, put it all down this side. Here's the new playground set for this year. The fence comes down along this back side of the playground out on this main road over by the stage. And we put a lot of openings so everybody can have access without having to walk all the way around. And then it goes all the way down this side, and you can see all the way over there. Goes all the way down to the train depot down there. So yeah, I think it came out really well. Starting to get dark. Chance is glad to be outside because he's been cooped up inside all day. So this is the house, the residence here at the campground. Even Bobby's got decorations up for Halloween festivities. Pretty cool. So I think as the sun is starting to set, we're gonna call it a night. I just called Cindy on the cell phone. She said she's probably got another hour's worth of work. Again, I go in a little bit earlier than she does, and I come home to walk the dog, and I'm gonna cook some barbecue chicken sandwiches, and we're gonna call it a night. Thank you all for joining us for another Day in the Life at the Campground series. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week. Y'all stay safe. See you around the campground.